Looking to probe from deep in out. That's a smashing ball. It's Martins.
Jesse Yobo, good.
And it's just out to the ball.
Cinco Odesi.
Sensational. What a wonderful finish. That is the most bouncing own goal. Oh, what a goal. But something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybooked off.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome. When you hear the tune like this, you know it is time to talk sport again. And it is Complete Sport. It is this beautiful Saturday afternoon. How are you doing? I mean, it feels good to be here this beautiful day. On the lineup today, well, first thing first, Manchester United, the true definition of Robin Hood. I can tell you what is going on right now. I never believe I was asking myself, did they change jersey? Manchester United players now wearing blue, why the Manchester City players are wearing red? Because what I've seen, especially in the second half, is something very highly commendable from the Old Trafford guys. And what they are doing right now, I mean, what if Man U can go on like this, wow, it tells you that Man U is in a different class right now. Does it mean that Michael Carrick is doing something great now? But they will always tell you that when new coaches take over like this, players seem to turn up for them. Then before you say jack again, they will begin to go down again like a kite that has lost its air. Anyway, we'll talk about this and much more. AFCON in the eye of the storm again. The officiating is still being criticized here and there. But for today, Nigeria going against Egypt in the, they call it losers final. Well, I hate to use that statement, losers final. I call it third place match. It's going down in the next less than 2 hours when Nigeria will be up against Egypt. Several times we have won the bronze, much more than we have won the silver, and much more than we have won the gold. So we will spend a lot of spring tonight again, or this evening again. We'll get to talk about that. And of course, ahead of the grand finale tomorrow, we also have all of these things to talk about this beautiful evening. And don't forget, 4 o'clock we get into the Bet Naija segment of the show where we bring you the latest when it comes to Bet Naija. Nigeria's number one. And then you also call us and tell us so far who has been your best player in the Super Eagles in this present AFCON. Then you predict the game, Nigeria-Egypt. But you also predict who wins, who will be the eventual winner of the AFCON 2025. These are the things we'll be doing today. We'll also be looking at the leagues action all around the world, from Bundesliga to the EPL to the Serie A, and of course to the Ligue 1. We'll have all of these things one after the other. It is Complete Sport, not just football, right here. This is we rock it every Saturday. My name is Pretty, and I'm glad to be here with you this beautiful Saturday afternoon. And I'm not here alone. The sports bam Bobola Igufemi joins in now, and of course Bobola looking like okay, this Frank Onyeka's jersey now. You are wearing?
No, Bobola's jersey.
No, this Frank Onyeka.
Okay, no, wait.
This Frank Onyeka's jersey. But you are not as tall as Frank.
No.
But you are as dark as him. How you doing, man? It's good to have you here.
Good afternoon, fighters. Good afternoon to all the listeners out there. It's nice to be on the program today. It's a lot to talk about today. The ever exciting world of sports. It's nice to be here.
Most definitely. It's nice to be here as always. Of course, let's quickly begin with this. Before we go to basketball and we talk football as well. I mean, just in 2 days, it's going to be the Australian Open. They call it AO beginning. Of course, in a grand style. Have you been following the pre-action, Australian Open actions that have been going on everywhere?
Yeah, I've been following it. So far, so good. All the actions are going to be kicking up. Is it today or tomorrow? Yes, and we're going to be seeing incredible matches right there. This is the first Grand Slam of the year.
Exactly.
We always have 3 Grand Slams. This is the first, and it's going to be happening in Australia right there. last one was won by Yannick Sinner.
Yeah.
Right there. This one promises to be exciting. I saw Carlo Alcaraz already tipped. Yannick Sinner also tipped. So the big guns are going to be there, as well as the ladies too, expecting their actions too. So for me, this year is going to be big and better, but I just guess it's going to be between those two guys, Carlo Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. Yeah.
Anyway, Emma Raducanu is complaining about Manchester United 2-0 now. What's going on? Is something wrong with Man City? I mean, this is I think Man U are the real definition of Robin Hood.
Yes, definitely.
Robin Hood. Because tomorrow now you meet Leeds United and you go and lose. Anyway, we're coming to that. Now, Emma Raducanu is complaining about the schedule of the Australian Open, and because tennis players are used to short turnarounds, but Emma Raducanu has actually questioned the logic of our Australian Open first round match being played tomorrow night at Melbourne.
I really don't know why
she's complaining. Everybody's, wondering why she's complaining as you are complaining.
Exactly, wondering too. Because they've all had time to rest from December heading to January. A lot of them did not play any tennis games, so I don't know why she's complaining. Maybe. Yeah, she said she just reached. She reached the quarterfinal of the warm-up game, and she arrived on December.
Yes, that
January. Yes.
She just arrived Melbourne. And she's going to be playing tomorrow. She's saying the game should have been moved from Sunday.
But that's actually considerable when you look at that angle, because the warm-up game too. Most of them always try to take charge of the warm-up game, but it is what it is. It's been scheduled already. Because one thing about the Grand Slam is they always schedule it every time early. I think it was December, towards the ending of December, that they already made the schedule. So it's something that's already planned. All right, there. She should just try, and hopefully we get to see the best of her. Yeah.
Okay, let's see the best of her. Of course, she's one of the first to grabbing their racket. Of course, tomorrow, watch out to Emma Raducanu. When we come on Monday, we'll be giving you all of the actions that will be going down. But before then, of course, all eyes on Novak Djokovic again, because right about now, Novak Djokovic says he does not think the forthcoming Australian Open is now or never, for his hopes of winning a standalone all-time record 25th Grand Slam title. Of course, he's 38 now and has been tied on 24 major victories with Australian Margaret Court since his last triumph at the 2023 US Open. He's never won anything since 2023. So this guy is chasing 24th. It's like anybody that is chasing this 24th by Margaret Court. It's like that Madame did juju before she left that thing. Because Serena chased and couldn't meet at the end of the day. Serena went out like that. He has also been chasing it. Now he's fizzing out little by little. So he says, for him, it doesn't seem like now or never.
We're calling for the retirement of Djokovic. He has done well for himself, honestly. In the world of tennis, his name cannot be written off in terms of the history book. But now they are younger players. Djokovic is 38. Yes. Yeah. The likes of Yannick Sinner, they are 24, 23. He's gotten to the semi-finals, and he's been doing it consistently. Heading to the final is where it's always really, really hard, because he gets to face one of the Yannick Sinner. So, if he continues to do that, I don't know why he's still going. But I know tennis is not a game that really deals with age per se. It's not like a football where you have to run, although it's a bit physical. But when you're 38 in football, 39, you're not going to be as top like a Djokovic who gets to the semi-final, and there are younger guys who get off in the quarterfinals. But since this sport like this, or sport in general, if you've been doing it over the years, it's always very hard for some of these athletes to just take a bow. At some point, they would have to struggle. Maybe when he doesn't even get to the finals anymore, quarterfinals, that's when he would just realize that.
But he's telling you guys something, you and Daniel, that believe that he can't do it, that look, watch out for him, he's not giving up yet. And look, all of these young guys you are saying, he will stun you, Babola.
Last 2025, he had how many attempts? About 5 attempts, and he didn't win any of them. So, who says 2026? Grand Slam, first Grand Slam of the year. And those boys.
Who knows what he has been practicing? And the last time he won something was in 2023.
It's been a long time ago.
Almost 3 years now.
It's been a long time ago. So I just feel like maybe he's just playing for the passion for the game. But winning something or winning the Grand Slam is honestly going to be very hard.
Winning Grand Slam, always going to be very hard, especially when you're chasing that 24. That 24.
Yes, it's been hard.
It's always a problem. Yes. So they should not always be talking about chasing it again. They should let it be. Okay, so the Australian Open begins tomorrow, of course, January 18, of course, round to 1st of February 2026. So watch out for all of the actions, the big actions everywhere. We'll be letting you in on all of the action and the schedule as we move on. Of course, every week, when we come on Monday, we'll definitely tell you what has been going on and who is winning what and who is going to be winning all of the action there. Okay, so that's the way it is. Let's move away from that now. Let's quickly talk about motorsport. And Lewis Hamilton's race engineer from the 2025 Formula One season has been moved to a new role at Ferrari. Yeah, the man has been changed. Now Ricardo Adam is his name. He will now take over as manager of the Ferrari Driver Academy and their program for testing previous cars. Ferrari statements have showed that no reference to Hamilton by name. Of course, saying the appointment of the new race engineer for car number 44 will be announced in due course. So he's been moved from his role that everybody knew him to be with Lewis Hamilton, now moving to another thing. Can it be something that will now affect Lewis Hamilton?
Yes, definitely. I mean, engineers are always very key members of some of the drivers. You know, sometimes they get a pause in the game and they will need all these fast engineers to actually get their tires together and get the race going. All right, there. So for Lewis Hamilton, it's going to miss this engineer, definitely. But for me, another man that needs to call it a quit too when it comes to their sport. 41 years for Lewis Hamilton. It's been in the game for too long. It's been doing it for over how many years now? So I think for Lewis Hamilton, I also think he's not just chasing the game anymore. He's not chasing title. I mean, when it comes to Formula One, it's the most successful athletes right there. So for the engineer, it is what it is. It's all the best to him as he moves to, as he leaves Ferrari right there. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's hope he's able to do more. And from there to quickly to golf now. Rory McIlroy remain in contention to start 2026 with a tournament victory as he sat 3 shots behind the leader Mathieu Vera with 1 round to play in the Dubai Invitational early this morning. Of course, one number 2, McIlroy carded 4 birdies and a bogey in the 3rd round 68 at Dubai Creeks Resort early this morning to lie in the 5th position on 5 under par. Is the man, is he going down little by little? There was a time it was all about him now.
Yeah, it was former world number 1.
Definitely.
In fact, in the official world golf ranking, and spent about 100 weeks as world number 1. But right now is one of the 2. You know, one thing about every sport, you can't always dominate forever, most especially when you are get to the peak of your career. You have to, there are other young guys that will be coming up to challenge you for that. So it's been there before. What number 2 for me, for Rory McIlroy, it's still not bad. It's still at the top. You know, it's just one of those days that's maybe just a dip in form in one of these competitions. You go down in golf right there. But definitely, with the way it's moving, golf is not age sport, let me put it like that. In fact, it's even known for older people. Rory McIlroy, 36 years, you can still say he's pretty young for the game of golf right there. So hopefully he gets to number 1 very, very soon. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the game that you love, basketball. I mean, a whole lot of action. The regular season in NBA has been a very beautiful one. They have been surprised, especially this week that we've been in and is wrapping up today. There were crazy surprises. I mean, yesterday you were talking about some of the games that went down early in the morning. I mean, all through the week as well, crazy surprises. Teams you never thought would surprise some teams actually surprised some teams. So, which team has surprised you the most? I mean, this week wrapping up this today.
San Antonio Spurs. For me, they are still doing really well. Although they are fine. They are doing well so far in this NBA season. Second in their conference right there, but this season they went hard and they won their game. I have to give kudos to them. And one other team, Golden State Warriors, too, surprised me. In fact, they won with a large margin.
Exactly.
With Stephen Curry putting up about 27 points in that game. And they've not been consistent this season against New York Knicks, who are, for me, are very, very tough too. So scoring or getting a point of 126 to 113 for me was big for Golden State Warriors. Just like I said, San Antonio Spurs, they defeated Milwaukee Bucks, where we have the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo. But for San Antonio Spurs, with the help of Wembanyama, yes, they've been so fine this season. I feel like they are the only ones that can topple Oklahoma City Thunder heading to the latter part of the season, where they will be playing the quarterfinals, semifinals in that series. All right, the Los Angeles Lakers were the biggest disappointment for me. With LeBron James in that game, and they lost to Charlotte Hornets. Wild margin, 135 to 117. Quite disappointing because they actually started the season on high. Right now, I really don't know what's really happening to them. Although they've got injury worries, but it was disappointing. 135 to 170.
I'm telling you, very, very surprising. I mean, too surprising. Okay, early this morning, of course, Indiana Pacers defeated New Orleans Pelicans for 127 to 119. Philadelphia 76ers were defeated by Cleveland Cavaliers by just 1 point, 116 to 117. That game ended. Brooklyn Nets also defeated Chicago Bulls 112-109. I used to remember the days of Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan. I mean, that time nobody came close to Chicago Bulls.
Immediately he left the team.
It's like he left with the glory of the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Left with it.
Wow.
Went drink.
Toronto Raptors were beaten 117 by 121 by LA Clippers, while Houston Rockets also defeated Minnesota Timberwolves 110 to 105, and Sacramento Kings were 128 better than Washington Wizards 115. 11 p.m. tonight, there's a game going down, Dallas Mavericks and Utah Jazz. I mean, what do you expect from that game? Dallas Mavericks, Utah Jazz, 11 p.m. tonight.
No, just before I talk about Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, I wanted just to talk about.
Okay, talk about Houston, right?
Yeah. Kelvin Durant in that game. My goodness, I saw the game.
It was good.
It was fantastic. I mean, he had to school Anthony Edwards that you have to wait for your time because the Anthony Edwards admire Kevin Durant, but the way he does it is he tries to spite Kevin Durant. But in that game, Kevin Durant actually showed that he's the master of the game. I showed him that he has to, just like I said, wait for his time. Right there, Dallas Maverick, another game to look out for later today. I think that's the only game for this particular.
Game, exactly.
So let's just see how it pans out to that one. Hopefully, Dallas Maverick will get the win here.
Okay, hopefully you get the wins. Of course, that is what it is, and it is what it is. So let's begin to leave out the sports so that we can go to football right about now, so that we can have enough time to talk about AFCON and so many things happening right there. But let me remind you that you can join us live on facebook.com/Melody100.7 FM. Drop your comments there. We'll be taking your prediction, Nigeria, Egypt, and of course, who wins the AFCON 2025. Tomorrow, the final goes down live. That's the way it's going down. We'll be letting you know every other thing that has been happening concerning this beautiful tournament this year that has surpassed. Last year's event surpassed the previous one. Now this one is surpassing every other event. You're talking about the AFCON. A great one for CAF. I think they've done a very big one. There's so many things that talked about the sponsors. We'll come to that very shortly. Okay, but Bam Bam, let's quickly be moving to football. But something, I don't know, there's a spirit. I mean, Yoruba, there's something they say, what is happening to Man U? The way Man U they are playing, this is not the Man U we're used to now. Against an all-important, what was it called, Guardiola side. And they are playing like this. 2-0 up right about, in fact, they're about to score the third one. They're about to score the third goal. About to score the third. It is, he hit the bar. Oh my God, hit the bar. This Amad Diallo is a beast right about now. This boy.
Honestly speaking, this is the best United game I've seen this season.
Even me, I've never seen them like this.
Against the Man City side. Now, the question is...
Before you go further, there's something Michael Carrick did that so all of these coaches that have left have not done. Kobe Mainoo is starting this game.
He's starting the game.
And he's playing well. What happened all this while? They didn't see him that he could deliver.
It changed so many things. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro used to play in the middle. Now, restricting Bruno Fernandes from doing the attacking role. Now, he's playing as a number 10 with Casemiro.
Which is what he's been used to from day one.
He's been used to, yes, and he has been performing. Where even he was highest goal scorer for United, also winning the highest assists for only United right there. Now, Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro in the middle of the park, and bringing back Lisandro Martinez. But I guess the help of Mbeumo and Amad Diallo also helped him, because if Amad Diallo is not there, if Mbeumo is not there, who would they have played in that position? Sheshko, for me, it will still struggle, but so far so good. It shows that this United side, we underrate them so much. Honestly, it's been the best game I've seen so far. Michael Carrick, maybe because he understands the structure of United, but I don't want him to expose United fans to what they what they don't do, because we know that United, they don't play this good. But looking at the managers that have gone away from home to get a win, won Man City at home. Yes, only the likes of Alex Ferguson, And I also think this man did it. Yes, Ruben Amorim. I
Amorim.
think it was at home. Eric Ten Hag won at home, defeating Man City. Ruben Amorim won away from home. So it's only Eric Ten Hag and Alex Ferguson that have been able to do it. So Michael Carrick right now 2-0, and for me very, very fantastic. I'm happy that Amad Diallo is back. He has been showing very, very great movement at the right wing. For Mbeumo, for me, one of the most fantastic players. I love him so much.
I mean, look at that goal. That goal was a good one. I mean, this is the third goal coming. The third goal loading now. They're about to score the third one. And it is a goal now. It is 3-0 to Manchester United.
Wow.
In the 92nd minute. A goal to no other than the man from Chelsea, Mason Mount.
Wow.
Who's never scored for so long. Finally scored a goal. Of course, Amad Diallo is a beast. I mean, on this day, I don't know what's happening.
It's good. I mean, winning man of the match.
What happened to Man City, for God's sake?
They've actually dipped their form. And honestly, let's even talk about Guardiola. Fine, they always spend money on good players. We know that. But there's something that is missing.
Sir Alex Ferguson is full of smiles.
A creator in that middle of the park for them. They don't have a creator. Now they bought Gueye, they bought Semenyo. You have how many wingers? You have how many attackers?
He's buying everybody.
Invest so much in your midfield. Rodri is not consistent. Bernardo Silva is not a creator. Cheki oats on the ball too much. Foden wants to score. Look for a creator, just like Kevin De Bruyne, who doesn't really care about scoring, who just wants to give assists. That's one thing is lacking. And I'm surprised that Pep Guardiola, who we all know for a very good midfield, is really not getting all of these things right. Well, it is what it is. I'm happy for United.
It is what it is.
For fourth place right now.
I'm telling you.
We are anticipating other games.
It is what it is. It is what I mean, the heat is on, but I'm feeling something this season that is like all of the teams have really come together to say, let Arsenal win it this season, including Manchester City. Okay, so let's see how it is. So Arsenal, if you can't win it this season, you might never win it again. But let's see how it goes. We just said because of we'll give you an update. We are not yet there. Action attraction segment of the show. You know, we do this after the Bet Nigeria segment, but we're doing it because the fact that it's just happening right now. So to give you, as the hot, as they call it in local parlance, 3-0 right now. Mason Mount scoring the third one, but they are checking it for VAR because it looks like he was offside where the pass was laid to him by Amad Diallo. Let's see how it goes.
The goal has been disallowed.
So it's 2-0. It is 2-0 to even 2-0 is a disaster for Pep Guardiola. He's looking confused right about now. Anyway, let's come back and let's talk football. And something has happened at Remo Star Stadium. You know, they've completed their stadium now, and there is a synthetic pitch now. It's been approved by FIFA. Yeah, FIFA has finally visited and they've approved the historic milestone for which something that is marking a big milestone for Nigerian football. For Remo Stars, yes, they've officially awarded FIFA quality certification. They've been awarded the FIFA quality certification, the first pitch in Nigeria to receive such globally recognized standard. They call it Money Michel Sports, what was it called? Hybrid Turf. That's the name. Money Michel Hybrid Turf. It's been approved by FIFA. No stadium in Nigeria has such certification.
That's really, really big for the owner of Remo Stars, because most of these teams now will want to play there for their CAF Champions League game.
Exactly.
We might even get to see the Super Eagles of Nigeria even come there and trade. And it's going to help people from Ogun State to have a very clear vision of some of these Super Eagles players. Before now, even before the innovation, it was cleared for the females. Now, females could be able to play in that one, but right now it's been cleared globally, which is really, really big for them.
Damn, any game can hold there now.
Any game can hold there. Before, it used to be only the females that can go there. The male, the capacity and all of it wasn't open to the male, but now for everyone in general, which is honestly big. I must commend the owner of Remo Stars for doing such a great thing. It took a long time. In fact, it even affected the games of the guys. Because many people said that if they had played most of their own games at home in front of their fans, maybe they won't be languishing right there in the MPFL in the MPFL log. So it affected them. But one thing is, sometimes you have to take sacrifices if you want to actually get it big. So for now, maybe they're not really concerned about the league itself. They really they've won the league, and from next season maybe they will develop on getting players to actually fight and contest back in the NPFL, but now it's all about restructuring. Everything takes a step by step for them. So I'm happy for Remo Stars. It's not just only big for their team, it's also going to be big for them in terms of making money, because for any team that wants to come and play, they charge them because it's owned by a private individual right there. So it's all the best to them. Yeah.
All the best to them. I'm talking about all the best to them. I mean, of course, before the competition started, we said all the best to CAF, and now CAF has come out to tell us, Bam Bam, that in the history of African Nations Cup that started way back in the year 1957, they've never had it this good, because this year's AFCON in Morocco is now undoubtedly the most successful commercial story in the history of AFCON. Of course, right about now, so much 90% increase in revenues, 90% increase in revenues, and of course with some sponsors from China, from Japan, all across the world sponsoring AFCON 2025. Bam Bam. What a big money.
It's big money, but I have different opinions.
Your reservation, right?
Yes. CAF danced to the tune of Morocco's too much in this competition. I know that
it was all about Morocco.
Yes, they danced to their tune so much. I know that they've invested so much now, because right now in Africa, when you talk about quality pitches, when you talk about investment on how a stadium should look like, you have to give it to Morocco. But CAF, they're just doing everything to just dance to the tune of Morocco.
To please Morocco.
To please them. Yes, that's the word. To please them, to make everything seem right for them.
Is it CAF's fault that Morocco developed their
it's
facilities?
not CAF. We know that.
Why don't others develop their own facilities?
That's on that part. But then the way for me, it's too much. Everything you want Morocco to get it right. Everything has to be Morocco. You understand? It's also a call for other countries that they should also develop their countries to develop their pitches, sports in general, how it should be done. But for me, CAF, they were so biased on this. It doesn't mean that, with how bad everything is, it doesn't mean that another country cannot host. South Africa will conveniently host the African Cup of Nations. Let's not even forget about it. It might just not be to the standard of Morocco, but South Africa definitely can. Ivory Coast just hosted it. So, but the way
South Africa hosted the World Cup. First time on African soil.
First time. So who says they cannot host it? But
when you say they are dancing to the tune of Morocco, what did you see?
In terms of Morocco must win.
Yeah, they made it like that.
That's the way, honestly speaking, that's the way it looks like.
Okay.
Morocco must win.
Against Cameroon, we can say yes. But against Nigeria, do you think they actually did that?
Yes.
They cheated us?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
We didn't play to the level of Morocco.
Morocco played better.
If we had played like we played against Tunisia, it would have been better.
Morocco played better.
Algeria.
Morocco played better in that game, honestly speaking. But they were not still fair on Nigeria.
Okay.
In that particular, the officiating was really poor. So many games. In fact, most of the calls.
That way, Nigeria they've almost killed that referee online.
In fact, they've taken.
Yes, that's it.
So for me, it's big for. That's one of the things you get to. That's one of the advantages where you develop your sport. And that's what Morocco they're enjoying right now. More sponsors will come. You can't have terrible pitches and you expect sponsors to come. Good sponsors. And we were also able to see free flow football. I will always say that most of our players, the likes of Iwobi, when they come to your stadium, the way they play is different.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, before Iwobi will control ball bounces.
They said it is bouncing.
We saw the best of some of these players. That's why from the start of the AFCON, we saw the top players actually winning the man of the match. We were the one impressive.
Yes.
It was Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane. Those were the top guys. In Nigeria, we had Victor Osimhen win the man of the match. We also saw Iwobi, Dazu,
Ademola
Lookman. Yes, they were the top guys doing the job. In Morocco, this man from Real Madrid.
Exactly, Brahim Diaz.
Akimi too came on board. So the pitch also helped them, the standard of the pitch. And today I was listening to the guys ahead of the game against Egypt, and they were wowed. The likes of Calvin Bassey. These are guys that play in Fulham in England, where they see very good pitches and very good infrastructure, and they were really wowed. They were talking about the hotels. They were looking at some of the structures from the background, and they were like, wow, Morocco have got this. They are looking at it not because of they play in England. They are looking at it from the African point of view.
Now
Africa can have this kind of thing. So that was what made them to see all of it. So it goes to show that Morocco, they are 10 miles ahead of most of these African countries.
Because fallout of Morocco 2025, we'll be discussing this next week. But let's begin this way. What can What is impeding Nigeria from replicating all of these things? We have money in this country. This country is one of the biggest countries on earth. We have the population. A country where you hear that one person, Omo Yalesu, has stolen someone billions of dollars. Such money can be used for something. One person will steal big money, yet the country will not collapse. Meaning we have money.
Yes.
So why can't we replicate all of these beautiful things that I was there when they opened Abuja Stadium for Koja in 2003. Go to that stadium now. It's looking
Liberty.
like Liberty is even old. That one is the oldest stadium in Nigeria now. We're talking about the one that was built for Koja in 2003 in Abuja. Go there and see everything. Look at Abuja Stadium National Stadium in Lagos. You see birds, rats, and rodents everywhere. These are stadiums that we use big money to. They use big money to build them. So what is our problem that we can't replicate all of these beautiful things? After our policy makers are also in Morocco. So what is the problem? I don't know. They're there now.
They're there now, enjoying the fact.
Exactly.
They
will go there to blend their eyes on other things, but it's the money aspect and enjoyment aspect. They open their eyes.
All of these things, Rome wasn't built in a day. It started from 2009. That was
exactly.
It's Morocco.
They call it football reform in their country.
Yes, called football reform by the man Prince Abdullah Moulay.
Exactly.
Yes, because Moulay Abdullah Stadium. That's why
they named it after him.
Yes, because it's one of the biggest stadiums, 59,000 capacity.
Exactly.
And it started from 2009.
And the son of the ruler.
Yes, the son ruler. Exactly, son of the ruler. So it started 2009, and look at it. They are ripping it just how many years later? That's about 15 years later, or 16 years, let's say. So it's a process. It was consistent. For Nigeria, let's even go back. I'm not even going to talk about other sports, just our football. The pitches that we use is the ones that the MPFL teams use. Understand? It's different. Most of these our MPFL teams are state-owned. So for each state, there's a pitch. Now let's go back to all of the pitch. The government-owned pitches. How do they maintain the stadium? You go to Lagos Alabi. I remember when the money was released for Lagos Alabi Stadium, and everybody was is it not too much? But if you go to that stadium now, it's a town hall different from Balablu. From Balablu.
It's a town hall different from Balablu. You said that right.
Honestly, you go there, you go to other stadiums. The other time I saw Liberty Stadium during Davido's event.
Concert.
I was like,
this is the stadium.
This stadium. That they played a final.
A historical stadium.
So nobody really cares about it. Everybody, that day, people were just moving chairs, moving everything. They didn't even care that it was a stadium that people were just doing anything. Sweet on the ground. People just planting different things on it. So nobody really cares. You understand? And let's talk about how they even treat the players too. How many of you see our Super Eagles players come out to say that they are being owed bonuses? These are the things. You will never hear of Morocco coming out to say, they are being owed bonuses, this. Most of these players, they are always happy to come and represent. Hakimi was injured.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't play the first.
He didn't play all through.
Exactly.
He ran back to Morocco. He didn't start the first game. That means, the passion is there. And why is the passion there? Because he knows that their sports infrastructure is on their eye. Their stadium is also good. And he knows that Morocco definitely, they won't disappoint them. Maybe in terms of bonuses and all. But in Nigeria, we don't get to see all of that. It's just the NFF coming to clarify that, the money, the payment of... We are not even talking about the infrastructure yet. Just payment of what you've agreed with signing people. You are not doing that. And you talk about the local pitches that we have. The government, they only care about, just win the MPFL. On which pitch? Which pitch are they going You go to Kano Pillars too. No security. Everything is just for me, absurd. So there's no structure in place. The NFF president, for me, Amaju Pinnick, during his time, it was just enjoyment galore.
That guy cool. He hosted shows every month.
Comedy that
he invite all of us to come to his house.
Look at when the Benin Kebbi, when the whole saga started. Look at how they were coming to the media to clarify it. But if you go to some of those speeches, bushes around it, nothing is being maintained.
Exactly.
You understand? They change these leaders, election every time, but they are not consistent in terms of maintaining the administration. But they are always consistent in terms of every 4 years.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a long way to go. It has to take pure determination from one person. And, you know, subsequently...
Who should that person be now?
That's a big question.
Because if you look at...
$1 billion question.
If you look at the revolution, we talked about reform in Morocco, it came through a prince of the country. The one in Saudi Arabia came through a prince
too.
Young guys like you and I. In fact, younger than you and I, sir. Maybe young guys like Omoyele. But not... See, if you see the guy that started revolution in Saudi Arabia, small boy,
yeah.
young prince, the same thing Prince Moulay you're talking about, it's a young prince in Morocco. So all of these young guys that we have in Nigeria, is it that we've actually wasted all our times on internet and we don't even know what we're doing again to change the country?
Well, you know,
because even when it comes to election time now, we tell them to go and vote a younger generation there, you will see them they are that day on Instagram.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to really delve into politics,
yeah,
but if you look at Morocco, you know, they have a system. Their type of leadership is different from our own style of leadership. I mean, it's still them, the same set of people since 2009. They are still the one in charge now.
Of course.
Nothing like every 4 years. You know, it now depends on, you know, when I was listening to Honorable Collation, when he started Remo Stars back then in 2002, he said the next chairman, because he was the chairman of a local government when he started it, and he said the next chairman came on board and he said he's not really interested in it. So he took his own team and go and establish it and turn it into a money business.
Private.
You understand? So, you know, the change of power.
Because it was supposed to be for the local government.
It was
a local government.
Exactly. So he now took it as his own, then turned it into a private. In fact, changed the name, changed so many things about it. So the change of government always affects it too. Eyimba, they were not like this before.
Definitely.
Eyimba 2002.
I mean, the whole UK was.
Oh my God. Investment. 2000. That's why they won it back to back.
UK was flying with them everywhere. The governor at that time.
Any money. So it depends on who comes on board. After every 4 years, what happens? We have a change. So if Amaju Pinnick, who has enjoyed so much, somebody else comes to who is just like Amaju Pinnick, where is that consistency going to come from? So the change of government for Morocco is being the same person 2009. So he has been following it through. It's been like a structure. So it would have been different if he was a terrible person to administering Morocco administering Morocco's sport or development. It would have been different to if somebody spends about 16 years to who doesn't really care about it. It's so that Morocco will not be like this. So it takes an intentional person to do all of this. So for me, the system of government has also affected the affairs of our sport. All of them just want to always, let me use the local language, chop there. So
on Thursday here, I played the voice of not the DG now, the second in command at NSC, talking about Bukola Olapade, who was saying they trust
Secretary.
They trust this present NFF. They are not corrupt. Blah 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 blue and all that. There have been reactions to that voice. That look, this man doesn't know what he's saying. Maybe they are giving him tips. Trust Nigerians. Daniel too reacted to that story here when I played his voice here. I won't be playing that voice here. I'm just saying that because of what Bam Bam said. Look, we do not know what is wrong with is the only football in Nigeria? God help us. Anyway, let's go to the game happening today. Well, ahead of the third place game between Nigeria and Egypt, we understand there's serious disdain in the Super Eagles ranks right there in Morocco because we understand majority of the players are not happy with Samuel Chukwueze. In fact, they said they know they talk to him again. They just look at him, they just leave him with this guy. He spoil our party because. But I think footballers, they know that you can miss penalty, you can lose penalty. So why is everybody, including majority of Nigerians, angry with Chukwueze?
I think it was a mannerism.
When he did it, right?
The way he played it. You know, Bruno Ihemechi is...
Because he missed. Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it. He's a defender. And sometimes people always praise defenders who have that courage. That's why William Troost-Ekong in the last AFCON, everyone praised him. In fact, he even went on to win the best MVP, the best player. So that confidence of a defender taking the ball to play a penalty kick, many people don't expect them to even score. But in Nigeria, Kenneth Omeru, one fantastic penalty taker. Exactly. He took it in the last one. He was very confident. But for Chukwueze, he's an attacker. You understand? And the way he moved to play that penalty, you know, if the keeper Bruno had gone other ways, it would have been a fantastic penalty.
Nobody will be talking about
it. But the movement, the fact that he looked at the camera, you know, Nigeria still going through the trauma of Yakubu Aigweni when he was chewing gum too.
Yeah. So all these young chewers are problems.
Problems, you understand? So everybody just try to resonate so many things with the game, and you know, there's always that confidence, that joy if you want to if you come in for Nigeria. Many people saw that Chukwueze wasn't excited coming up in that game. He just felt like, oof, it's just all about the penalty. Maybe he felt like he should have been in the game in the second half. But for me, it's penalty. Anything can happen. Honestly speaking, I didn't come out to talk about how terrible the penalty was, because if the goalkeeper had gone the other way, it would have been a very fine penalty. And you know, the coach has also come out to say that the reason why Chukwueze was part of the penalty taker was he was the best during training. Yes.
Look at the best. See what the best give us.
But it is what it is. I just feel like Nigerians should just calm down. You know, Nigeria.
They should pardon this guy.
Yeah,
they finish him online.
They can praise you.
If you mess up, they
can praise you when you're good, and when it turns the other way around, they always call for you. So for Nigeria, they should calm down. Just aim at the next game, third place. Winning the AFCON for me is what everybody wants, but sometimes it doesn't just happen. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't just happen. Of course, let's see how it goes. Well, he talked about Bassi. Of course, he will be missing the game today. And Igor Obu, who plays for Slavia Prague, will have opportunity of showing what is good at, what he can do in the absence of Bassi today. He's the one that will be playing in that role. I mean, when Bassi is suspended.
Yeah, for Igor Obu, another time to prove himself.
Exactly.
Because he had the opportunity. It's not like Benjamin Frederick, who was called upon and immediately started to display. Igor Obu, for me, is still a bit shaky, which is normal, because wearing the green and white green jersey is different from your club theme. When Oyedika played in the middle of the park, I saw that, this man is not confident enough. But when he was playing against Barcelona with Club Brugge, he was really good. So the green, white, green jersey poses a lot of things. A lot of things goes through your head. I mean, because any mistake, everyone is going to spot it. Any movement, any terrible movement, everyone is going to spot it. So for Igor Obu, I watched this clip where they asked him that who is a player that they feel like that should be getting a chance. And he said, oh, definitely it has to be me, because I feel like I've not been able to prove myself. So a huge opportunity for him, playing alongside a very calm defender, which is Semi Ajayi. For Igor Obu, I'm still trying to understand the style of defending. You know, for Calvin Bassey, we know he's dogged, more like Lisandro Martinez, can go for any ball. For Semi Ajayi, calm, composed, can give 1, 2, 3 passes. And you know, one of the things about mixture of defenders, I always feel like it's always good to have a dogged defender and a very calm one. But you can as well go for two calm defenders. But having two dogged defenders,
like having two goods,
like Pepe and Ramos, it will cost you a lot. Red cards can come about. So
you can have one good and one sheep. Having two goods.
So, like Vidic, Vidic was, aggressive, but Ferdinand was still a bit calm. So I'm still trying to observe his game, but this one is going to be a big avenue because it's going to be a big game for him. The last games he played were all of these competitions that did not really matter. He didn't play in the qualifiers. I'm trying to remember that competition that was just only
London.
him. Yes, in London, in Brentford to be precise. That was the last time he had his opportunity. So big opportunity for him to display and show that.
Let's see what he can do tonight. I'm talking about Bassi. He is a former legendary Silvanos Okpala. I mean, he used to be with the Super Green Eagles then. He was an assistant coach, Super Eagles at the time, coach of Enugu Rangers at the time. He says he'll be surprised if at the end of the day they name CAF 11 and Calvin Bassi is not there. This guy has been so great. He's a very great defender.
I'll be surprised too. It's fantastic. Apart from those Morocco's defenders, those two, Agard and the other. Those two. Because they've not considered any.
I'm telling you, those ones are crazy.
Apart from those two defenders, at least Calvin Bassey should be having the nod. For me, he's top. Very good. In fact, he gave Brahim Diaz a run for his money.
Exactly.
Bruno Emechi was able to contain him, but heading to Calvin Bassey, he gave him a really tough time. So for me, Calvin Bassey is the best player so far in this AFCON tournament. I know he didn't
for Nigeria,
win,
right?
Yes, for Nigeria. He didn't win the man of the match, but we know that defenders don't really get to win the man of the match. It's all about attackers.
Online, that's what they've been saying.
For me, Calvin Bassey for me is top, and it's for me the future of Nigerian defense.
Most definitely, I love that, the future of Nigerian defense. Of course, let's talk about the game itself. Nigeria, Egypt coming down at 5 p.m. tonight. after losing out of the gold or silver, all eyes on the bronze. Will Nigeria be able to do it against Egypt? Two familiar foes. When I say two familiar foes, Egypt too, they are licking their wounds. They have not been able to win. And this should be the last competition for Mo Salah, unless he wants to prove us wrong. But this should be his last decision. Meaning, Mo Salah will not, no matter what he has achieved in football, he's not an AFCON raider as a winner. And he's going up against Nigeria today.
For Mo Salah, I think that's a question about him being one of the greatest players in Africa. People will always say that, what did you do at home? The likes of
Big question mark.
Big question mark, yes. The likes of Yaya Toure, they won the African Cup of Nations.
But Drogba didn't win it.
Didier Drogba didn't do it. But at least he got to the finals. I think he got to the finals.
He did,
Against, but he didn't win it. That was against Zambia. Yeah, but Yaya Toure, Samuel Eto'o, even Mikel Obi, they are always in the question. Kanu Nwankwo, these are players that they would always remember when it comes to Rashidi Yekini, when it comes to African football. But for Mohamed Salah, being in that, he's been there since 2009. Well, that was the first time he made his debut. Until now, he's not been able to do it.
16 years ago.
But generally, when you look at the Egypt squad, you know, it's not just a one-man show. Cote d'Ivoire, their squad then, my goodness, it was fantastic.
Yes, there was like Belgium,
Gavinho, his brother Kolo Toure.
Yes,
everybody was good in that squad. Cameroon too. This the attacker Mbeumo.
Okay.
They had Eto'o too. Both of them in front of the goal. They had Rigoberto Song. Everybody together. So it's not just one.
They had Jackson, all of them
together. So then that was the reason why the likes of Samuel Eto'o, he was able to win the African Cup of Nations. Even likes of Rashidi Yekini, we always talk about the 94 set. Look at the qualities that we have. Amunike, this. So you can't. It's not just a one-man show. Apart from when El Neni was there, that was the only person that was promising that we could link. Oh, this person is maybe a top player that can assist Mohamed Salah. Right now, it's just this man from Man City, Omar Mamouche. Omar Mamouche just joined the club, the country, just recently. So for Salah, he has not really had that help. When you look at Senegal squads, my goodness. See Morocco have a fantastic squad. Even Nigeria, they have a better squad than Egypt, honestly. They, you know, people are always deceived by Al Ali winning the CAF Champions. Al Ali CAF Champions League is different to national team football. It's all about top quality. That's why people used to say, in Nigeria, we always say, bring MPFL. Which MPFL player? They used to say, oh, you can compare this MPFL player with Iwobi. Do you know who Iwobi is?
Who is saying that?
I saw a particular person.
Who is the player in MPFL that you want to compare?
Hey,
you are drinking.
A player that plays for Fulham, top flight. No, it might be good, you understand?
Just a dream. A wishful thinking.
The difference is clear, you understand? So for Mohamed Salah, for me, he didn't have that support. It's not a one-man show. It's a team show. So for Egypt, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So tonight is Nigeria-Egypt. Bam, bam. Let's look at this game. Nigeria-Egypt. Of course, Nigeria, they're seeking their 9th bronze if they win it today. Nigeria, we've won it 8 times. 1 silver 5 times. And of course, they won the main tournament, the gold, won it 3 times. Meaning, if you put this together, Nigeria, we won the entire thing 16 times. First, second, third. We've never been 4th.
Yes.
So that means the history speaks for Nigeria against Egypt. But
that's for a 3rd place.
Yes, for 3rd place.
For the CAF.
Yes. Egypt, they are the highest winners so far.
But, you know, the records, it doesn't even speak for Egypt because so far, so good. They've not been able to win the African Cup of Nations. But heading to, because I'm just going to speak about what I've been saying recently, heading to this 3rd place.
Yeah.
For me, Egypt have faced a tougher opponent. Let me put it, tougher opponents
than Nigeria.
South Africa, Ivory Coast, and they've also played even Benin Republic. These are teams that even posed threats to Nigeria during the World Cup qualifier. So Angola too, another fantastic side. They faced tougher opponents, but although Senegal, they were in a different class for them. That was why they lost the game. For Nigeria, maybe the game against Algeria and Morocco. For me, those were the 2 tests that we had. We had a fantastic run against Algeria, but against Morocco, we lost due to penalties. But this is another North African team, because now for Nigeria, we are going to be facing 3. We have faced 2 African teams, or even 3 North African teams: Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. Now we are facing another one, which is Egypt. For Nigeria, I know the morale definitely is down. From even the both sides, morale definitely is down because
Yeah.
Egypt, they really wanted to win this. So third place is still not bad eventually. For Nigeria, I just hope the coach tries new things by trying new players. There are some players like Osman Mohamed, who many people have questioned and said, why is he in the squad?
Okay.
He should be getting at least a nod in this one. Maybe not in the first half, but in the second half. Because just to prove, maybe doubts wrong, okay, that this is the reason why I brought this
Why I brought
man.
this guy, yeah.
Yeah, because honestly speaking, ask Nigerians, do they really want the third place? Nobody really wants the third place.
The spirit is down.
The spirit is down. Everyone wants their half court.
Even the name they call itself, people will not like it. Losers final. How can I be losers?
So it's just an avenue to continue to think about the future of him being the Super Eagles coach. Because for everybody that's watched the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they've approved Eric Sekoshel to continue with the job.
Even Daniel, that didn't
Yes.
like him in the first.
Yeah, they've approved that aim. So this is another avenue for him to try the future stars, because the CAF standard now is 4 years for AFCON.
Yeah,
so
after 2028.
subsequently, we might not be seeing the likes of Iwobi. Might not be seeing the likes of Victor Osimhen. We have to be seeing younger players. These are players that are already approaching their stretch. So the likes of Ebenezer Akisomiro, Nadi Tochukwu that you've called up.
These are the young boys.
These are the young boys. So they should be able to get the nod. If Nigeria was at the finals, fine. I mean, final is always a final, but this third place, they should be able to get the nod. Second half, give them 30 minutes. Like Akisomiro is not at
Easy to check what he can do.
what they can do. It's not at the minutes
Exactly.
in this game. Only Tochukwu Nadi, Ali Biosu that have had minutes. But Usman Mohamed, Akisomiro, who everybody has.
And Nigerians even want to see that Akisomiro because he's a guy that came through. A beautiful academy.
Academy, yes.
I want to see what he can do.
And the man has been calling him, this young man up. He has been calling him. He called him a particular time, but he was injured during the World Cup qualifier. So if you've been calling him, that means you believe in him.
Exactly.
You've seen his game.
So if you believe in him, why not see what he can do?
But for me, should just be a test of it. Many people might not agree with my own point of view by saying, "Oh, it's still a final. Just get the top place because they're going to get medals." But at the end of the day, if you ask me, this is not what I want for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's even better get forth and think about the future of how Nigeria we're going to get to the World Cup. So for me, I have a new to test new guys. That's what the coach should be thinking about. For Egypt, Mohamed Salah, assuming he was having a good relationship or a good rapport, if he was in younger days with Liverpool, I'm sure Liverpool would have called him. Come back.
No, and a slot says he'll be very happy to have him back.
So they wouldn't have cared so much about this third place. They would have called him. Liverpool would have, at this point in time, since he's not the final, since you've been in this situation before, because if you've been second,
exactly.
So why not just come back and play for your club team? But overall, I want to see a fine game between these two sides. I know that Eric Sekoshel will not be taking any risk. He won't be considering my own POV, definitely. But I just want Nigeria to win eventually. Yeah.
Okay, yes, we should win eventually, and let's see what the other new guys can do. Bam Bam talking there. Of course, this team might have come, if they win third anyway. We won second, the last one, and we're winning third now, which is supposed to be more or less like a degeneration or going down. But most Nigerians are not seeing that. Even presidency, which them well, like they even won the game against Morocco. And of course, the man who promised them before the competition, the man gave them the money, even when they didn't win the game, 500K. They said he gave them cash. Bam Bam. The man took the cash down. He flew it down to Morocco, and they gave them the money, cash, each of the players. And I was quick to read comments online. Somebody said, Hope Chukwueze did not collect part of the money. I said, Nigerians are wicked.
They always call you out.
Yeah, say Hope Chukwueze did not collect the money. I'm telling you. So that's what the chairman of Boa Group who promised them, and that's what he's been able to do. Now, Eric Sekoshel, yesterday, he told NFL that he's giving them the nod, that he's staying with Nigeria. Now he's the most wanted. Most wanted for a good reason, not negative. Angola wants him. And of course, Tunisia yesterday, actually, they threatened this man's loyalty. They tested his loyalty by offering ×2 of what we have given him. $100,000 they want to be giving him every month. We give him $50,000 according to the news. But the man is saying, I'm staying with Nigeria.
Yes, as much as we always talk about the fact that Nigeria football has derailed, it doesn't take away the fact that if you play for Nigeria, if you coach the Nigeria green, white, green, you are going to be respected anywhere.
You boost your CV.
It boosts your CV. It takes you up there. And when he coached Mali, it was in the quarterfinals, and Nigeria decided to take that nod.
When he poured in water, right?
Oh yeah, poured in. Yes, and they brought him to the Super Eagles dugout, and so far so good. Yes, we can say that he has lost game, but he has not lost any game in normal time. He has lost game, maybe penalties. That was DR Congo game and also Morocco game. So he has not lost any game. For Nigeria, he's been able to keep the team in compact. At least even if we are not getting a win, we get a draw. We are not getting a loss, except if we go to penalty. And like people always say, he's in God's hands when it comes to penalty. So he has been able to redefine Nigeria's team. We played against Tunisia, so they've had their own test. They've had their own share of it. So Tunisia will want a manager that was able to dismantle them because he shattered them. And now heading to a game.
But what happened to the man that qualified for the World Cup? Because they are going to the World Cup. Why are they bringing a man who didn't qualify to replace a man who qualified them for the World Cup?
Honestly, they would have done.
What would you be that?
They would have done their homework because they know the series of how Nigeria did not qualify to the World Cup. Eric Sekusha is not the fault. I will never pour the whole fault on him. We had two managers who had 5 games to play, and they were not able to grind a win. And this man came on board, got about 3 wins and draws. Then even qualified Nigeria to the next stage, to the playoffs. So many people, after 5 games, many people saw that it was even. I personally said that it was not possible for Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. And if Nigeria defeated DR Congo, who knows? We might be en route to the Mundial.
Yeah.
So for every club, every country watching him, they know that this man is not the fault of Nigeria not qualifying for the World Cup. Tunisia, fine, but they might be looking at their performance heading to the World Cup. That is this what we are going to play at the World Cup, at the big stage? Because what they played for me was horrible. Against Nigeria, it was terrible. Anibal for me is their biggest player. How? That plays for Burnley.
Exactly.
When we have other players that are scoring 7-8 goals already in the Champions League. Victor Osimhen is one of the highest goal scorers in the Champions League. And he will be doing well with Fulham. When you compare Fulham and Burnley, there's a mile apart. Burnley are just always struggling in the relegation battle. So it's honest that they would always call for this man. And it's Nigeria for me. Being Nigerian Super Eagles coach is one step ahead. Now, doing well with Nigerian squad is another step. So for me, he has passed the 2 tests.
Okay.
Whether he's got it to the 3rd place match, for me, has been able to pass the 2 tests. Because nobody expected that Nigeria would play. Pizarro got to the finals, but we didn't enjoy.
Yeah, he was playing just wobbling and fumbling to the
exactly,
final.
and immediately we got exposed in the final. But this man, it was a process. Everybody.
If you didn't have talented players, you
look at Senegal. You can pinpoint all this. They are starting 11. All
they
of
are
them.
playing top teams everywhere. I mean, that's what makes a coach. I mean, a coach who doesn't have a good players like a man who works without good work shoes. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Bam, bam. And the finals here. I've been taking you through Complete Sports this beautiful Saturday, 17th day of January, the year 2026. Let's have a breather. When we return now, we'll be taking you through the Bet Nigeria segment of the show. And when we return from the Bet Nigeria, then we'll go to the action attraction segment, which is where we look through all of the actions. Manchester United, glory, glory, Manchester United. We're coming to that very shortly. Keep it locked right here. Don't move it, don't touch it. Of course, Akori Omoyaloso is with us right now, looking like someone who's taking his bread. I don't know, but let's have a breather. I'll be back at the other side.
Melody
100.7.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 4 p.m.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome to the show. This is the Bet Naija segment of the show where we bring on our partners from Bet Naija, always giving us support every Saturday like this. This segment is where we look through what is happening in and around the ever beautiful world of football, and of course we look through major events and what's happening there. Then you also predict the score lines, of course the result of games, and you win our prizes every week. Of course, who wins our prize tonight? We'll get to know very shortly. So welcome. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest, and this is the Bet Naija segment sponsored by Nigeria's #1 betting company, Bet Naija. From reward per passion now to Nigeria's #1. Today on the show, when you call me, you'll be telling me who is your best player so far, who has outperformed every other player in the Super Eagles ahead of the third place game coming up in about an hour. Do you believe? Some people say it's Ademola Lookman. No, some say no, it is Calvin Bassey. While others believe it is Victor Osimhen. Others also believe Alex Iwobi has been the machine. Even the coach of Morocco, Walid Bedraghi, told the world that look, it was because they cut supplies to Alex Iwobi. That's why they were able to defeat Nigeria, because Iwobi was the link to the front, because they cut link to him, and that is why we couldn't do anything against them. So that for him, the best player for Nigeria so far has been Alexander Iwobi of Fulham. But others believe no. It is Wilfred Ndidi, because he's not there. That's why we missed him so much in that game. So to you, who has been your best player in this AFCON that is about to wrap up? Tomorrow the game will be going down to final, but tonight, in the next 55 minutes, Nigeria will be playing Egypt in the third place game. So who is your best player so far in Nigeria's squad? And of course, you also predict the Nigerian-Egypt third place game, as well as tomorrow's Morocco-Senegal final. That's what we're doing today on the Bet Naija segment of this beautiful show, complete sports on Melody 100.7 FM. But first, let me take a message from our sponsors, Bet Naija. From reward per passion now to Nigeria's #1. This is how we represent every Saturday. The finest is here.
Kí ni a fi ń ṣe àgbà nínú eré? Ṣé ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni? Àbí ẹni tó ń ṣe lọ́nà tọ̀ léraléra? Fún ọdún mẹ́wàá ó lé ní Bet Naija ti ń ṣaṣíwájú pẹ̀lú àwọn ògbóǹtarìgì bíi Bet Builder, Bet Freezer, One-Up Bet Boom àti àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdánilójú lórí ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ọ̀ọ́dúnrún eré bọ́ọ̀lù. Ẹ̀ tayò fún ìgbádùn nìkan, ẹ̀ ń tayò láti jẹ̀gbádùn ńlá. Ìdí nìyí tí Bet Naija ṣe jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Kì í ṣe fún ẹnikẹ́ni tí ò tí pé ọmọ ọdún méjìdínlógún. Bet Naija àkọ́kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà.
Most definitely Nigeria's betting company, Nigeria's #1 Bet Naija. Thank you so much every time for being here with us every Saturday to give us all of the support. We do so much appreciate. And as I said last week, Bet Naija has promised more support in the year 2026 going forward. So keep watching out on the show. And they've told us that they have coming through with something great on this show, something you've never seen before in this city. Only Bet Naija can do it. And how can you be part of Bet Naija? You must be 18 years. Yes, it's not for underage. You must be 18 years old before you can be part of Bet Naija's activity. And for you to reach out to them online, you can reach out on website at www.betnaija.com, www.betnaija.com, and on all socials it's at Bet Naija Official, at Bet Naija Official. That is where you can get them on all socials. So don't forget, Bet Naija, they have everything there, the best of odds you can ever think of. And of course, one thing again is, it's not just about football, even virtual games, every other thing. Just check them out, www.betnaija.com, www.betnaija.com, and of course, at Bet Naija Official. So very shortly, I open up the phone lines. How will you call us? Give us your prediction. Nigeria, Egypt, this beautiful evening in the third place game. And of course, tomorrow, Morocco, Senegal. We're going to be doubling the money. The usual money we give on the show is going to be double because it's AFCON final. So we double the money for you. Tomorrow, at the end of the game, if you are the winner, they will announce your name next week. We would have given you the money within the week, but we'll announce your name next week as we've always done right here on the show. Okay, I'm coming back now to take your calls. 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007. This segment of the show is sponsored by Bet Naija. From reward for passion, now to Nigeria's number one. Let's have a breather. Let's have a word from them, and we be back.
Now, wetin dey make correct leader for this game? Na the person wey be the first to play, or the person wey be say na him dey control the levels many times. For more than 10 years, Bet Naija don dey run things from front with different games like Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Book, plus including odds wey no get mate on top more than 300,000 live matches dem. This game no be chere were matter o, you dey play to win big. That's na why Bet Naija na Nigeria number one. No be for persons wey never reach 18 o. Bet Naija, truly Nigeria's number one.
Most definitely, truly Nigeria's number one. It's not for anyone who is not 18, so it's for 18 and above. That's what you should know every time. So let's go now to you. First, when you call us, you tell us who has been your outstanding player, the most outstanding player in the Nigerian squad ahead of the third place game today. And of course, who has been your best player for Nigeria. Then you now give us your predictions for Nigeria, Egypt, and of course, Morocco, Senegal, final tomorrow. 0702 520 1007. 0705 507 1007. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Who has been your outstanding player for the Nigerian squad in AFCON 2025 in Morocco? And of course, your prediction for tomorrow's game. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Whereas I made you know last week, Bet Naija isn't just about sports, also into community service. So many things they did all through the December period, the dirty December. They were also part of it, and so many things they are planning to do. Watch out for a Bet Naija activity coming near you very soon. Let's go to the phone calls now. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Hello, good evening, welcome. Hello. Your name and location?
My name is Ezekiah from Omiadio.
I didn't get your name. Your name is?
My name is Ezekiah from Omiadio.
Did you say Ezekiah?
Yes, Ezekiah.
Ezekiah from Omiadio. Okay. Now, who has been the outstanding player for you in the Nigerian team?
Ademola Lukman.
No, Ademola is your best player.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Ghana and Nigeria, Egypt this evening. What was your prediction?
Nigeria, Egypt. Nigeria will beat Egypt 1-0.
1-0. And of course, tomorrow, Senegal, Morocco, final. Morocco, Senegal, final.
0-0.
0-0. Okay, of course, you know there must be a winner as a final. Okay, but we got to your point. Thank you so much, Ezekiah from Omiadio. Yeah. All right. Okay, keep listening. If you're the winner, you get your money instantly. We request for your details. 0702 520 1007. Hello. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Your name and location?
My name is Peter from Wagon.
Your name is?
Peter from Wagon.
Peterson.
Peterson
from Baggy.
Peter.
Okay, Peter from Baggy. Okay, all right. Who's been your outstanding player, the most outstanding player in the squad for Nigeria this AFCON? Calvin Bassey. Okay, he says Calvin Bassey. Yeah. All right, let's have your prediction. Nigeria, Egypt tonight.
2-1. Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria 2, Egypt 1. All right. Now tomorrow, Morocco final. Senegal.
Senegal 1, Morocco 1.
Senegal 1.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You think Senegal will beat Morocco, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's lovely. Okay, thank you, Peter. All right, keep listening. We'll let you know if you are the winner. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good evening. This is Babatunde calling from Baggy.
Babatunde from Baggy, it's good to have you. All right, who's been your most outstanding player in this squad?
Victor Osimhen.
Oh, Victor Osimhen is your own. Okay, thank you. All right, Egypt, Nigeria, third place today. What's your prediction?
We are winning 3-1.
3-1.
3. Nigerian 3.
Okay, Corridor, you got that? Okay, tomorrow, Morocco, Senegal.
Tomorrow, Senegal winning 3-1.
Okay, the same 3131.
Yes.
You like 31. Oh. Okay, no problem. If it happens this way, I will double your money for myself. Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello. Turn down your radio, volume on your radio. Turn it down, turn it down.
Turn it down.
Okay, welcome. Your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Mr. Mark. I'm calling from Oluwole.
Mr. Mark from Oluwole.
Yes.
Who is your outstanding player in the squad for Nigeria?
Victor Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen, okay. All right, your prediction, Nigeria, Egypt this evening.
Yeah, first half draw. Second half, Nigeria 1-0.
Okay, you even outlined your own. First half draw, a fact. I like that. Okay, 1-0, you got it? Good. Okay, tomorrow, yeah. Senegal, Morocco.
Morocco will beat Senegal 2-0.
Morocco will beat Senegal 2-0.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You. In fact, if it happens this way, your money will be. I will add something to it. All right. Thank you. 0702 520 1007 0705 507 1007. We still have more calls coming through, but let me let you know that this segment of the show is sponsored by Bet Naija. Nigeria's #1 betting company, of course, they are giving us the support here every Saturday, and they promise us to give us more support, especially as we move into the year, this new year 2026. They promise more support coming. When I say more support coming from Bet Naija, don't test it, just trust me when I say it. Let's go to the phone. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
It's Joe on the line from Liberty.
Joe from Liberty, our regular man. Welcome.
Yes, for best and my own best player for
Nigeria
is Kevin Bassey.
Okay, Calvin Bassey.
Yeah.
And what else you got it? Okay, Calvin Bassey. Of course, your prediction: Nigeria, Egypt.
2-1.
To who?
Spy good 2-1. Egypt 1.
Okay, Eagles 2, Egypt 1. Now tomorrow, Morocco, Senegal.
Full time 1-1.
Okay, 1-1. All right. So whatever happens doesn't concern you again. You have already given your own prediction. All right. Thank you so much, Joel from Liberty. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. I can only take 2 more calls. Are you the one to be taking? What is your name and location? Hello. Okay, drop call. Please do call again. 0702 520 1007 0705 507 1007. There's something we're coming up on the show with very soon that is going to be blowing your mind in this city, coming from Bet Naija. What would that be? You will know, and you will know. Just keep listening. Make sure you do not miss the show for any reason, because Bet Naija, they've given us the promise that, look, in the year 2026, people of Ibadan will feel us more. And don't forget, it's not just about the people of Ibadan. You can also listen online. Yeah, we are online on all listening platforms online, Radio Garden and every other one. Let's take this call before we begin to wrap up. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. Your name and location, sir.
Sesson from Akubo.
I didn't get your name.
Sesson from
Okay,
Akubo.
Sesson from Akubo. It's good to have you. Okay. Who is your standing player in the Nigerian team this year?
Nigeria 3.
Wait. Your standing player in the team.
I don't hear you.
Your best player in the team, the AFCON team, the Nigerian team. Who has been your best player? You've not been listening to us. Hello? Okay, you will be. Okay. All right, your prediction. That's the one that is in your mind. Okay.
3-1. Nigeria 3.
Okay. Egypt 1. All right, tomorrow, Morocco, Senegal.
Egypt 1.
Morocco, Senegal.
1-0.
Senegal win 1-0.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, Sesson from Akubo. Thank you. Okay, can I still take one more call because it's coming? Oh my God, but I can't take any more call. We wrap up. We're done with the segment. Okay, thank you so much for Bet Naija for coming through every Saturday to give us this support. Of course, we appreciate you. Don't forget many more beautiful support like this coming through from Bet Naija going forward in the year 2026. So don't miss it for any reason. All right, let me have a breather. Take one more message from our sponsors, Bet Naija, before we get to the action attraction segment of the show. Thank you so much to all the callers. And of course, those who sent in messages online, we're coming. We'll be taking your messages online. But let me take a message first from our sponsors, Bet Naija, from Reward for Passion, now to Nigeria's #1. Thank you so much for being here with us this beautiful day. for Bet Naija segment. We'll be back again 4 p.m. next week on the Bet Naija segment of the show. Complete Sport Melody 100.7 FM with the finest. Keep it locked right here. Don't move it. Don't touch it.
Now, wetin dey make correct leader for this game? Now, the person will be the first to play, or the person will be say, now they control the levels many times. For more than 10 years, Bet Naija don dey run things from front with different games like Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Book, plus including odds wey no get mate on top more than 300,000 live matches dem. This game no be chere were matter o. You dey play to win big. That's na why Bet Naija na Nigeria number one. No be for persons wey never reach 18 o. Bet Naija, truly Nigeria's number one. Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
I love the station. Melody 100.7 FM.
From deep now. After smashing ball, it's Martins.
Chelsea, Yobo, good goal.
And it's pushed out to the bow.
Double Odesi.
Sensational. What a wonderful finish. That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal. But something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goal? They're all copybooked off.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is the action attraction segment of the show, and this is the segment where we look through all of the league actions all around the world, and not just all around the world. Of course, we begin from here in Nigeria because the MPFL is back. MPFL is back, and the MPFL is not just back; it's back with a bang. He came back midweek, and of course, that's what is happening right about now. So we begin the action attraction segment of the show from the MPFL this beautiful day. Of course, you know that even the NNL is also going on in Nigeria. So let's quickly look through the MPFL for the games that will be taking place tomorrow. Yes, all of these actions are coming down heavily. Let me welcome back Bam Bam to the show. Bam Bam, yeah.
That's nice to hear.
Yes, Onyeka. Yeah, Onyeka's jersey. As I'm seeing your jersey, I'm just remembering Onyeka. Okay, the Brentford guy. All right, tomorrow in the match day 21, Kano Pillars will take on Abia Warriors. That will be at 3:30. And Rivers United will be taking on Remo Stars. That should be a game, Bam Bam. Yeah. Remo Stars and Rivers United is like a resurgent Remo Stars in the second phase now.
They had a very good run in their last game. Adu Aruna was the man that scored the goal. In fact, he hit the Congo supporters celebration. Now, for Remo Stars this season, they've not been promising, but it looks like this new phase, they will really want to bounce back. You know, I mean, new stadium, I expect them to always do well this time, and hopefully people have been talking about the fact that top four might be hard for them, but still remaining in the league is what should be paramount for them, because there's other guys, the likes of Rivers United, those are the ones keeping Ikorodu City. Even Remo Stars, they are showing shining light because currently they are fourth on the MPFL log. So for Remo Stars, tomorrow is going to be tough for them, but hopefully they can get a win. That's 3 points right there in their next game. Yeah. Okay,
in their next game, not tomorrow.
This one, their next game is tomorrow.
Because they are playing at home. I mean, away to Rivers in Port Harcourt.
That's going to be tough. But we've seen teams like Barao actually.
Although Daniel have told us not to be putting that in that when you are going abroad, you must. Going away, you must always lose.
But for me, I don't think Remo has actually gotten that spark yet, because their manager yet, we still don't know the situation.
We don't even know who is the manager.
So the club is still trying to shake up from that particular one. Now maybe just the new stadium that they have. And now the game is not going to be at home.
No, it's going to be in Port Harcourt.
And Rivers United, we know how solid they are this season. Very, very fantastic. But, you know, for me, the MPFL, they have no top class team. All of them are equal. Rivers United can come to Ibadan, and you are going to see that they are going to get a beating of their lives. That's the way all of them play. So it's even very hard to tip a team.
Talking about beating of their life, I mean, Enyimba came here at the midweek. They were beating like thieves.
3-0.
3-0.
In fact, those boys were just enjoying themselves when they had scored 2 goals. Skill, flying left, right, and center.
I'm telling
You're
you.
just dazzling.
You were wondering, is this Enyimba?
Is this the same Enyimba? So that's one thing about MPFL, and I've always talked about it, that the fact that there's no golf in class, people think it's competitive. It's not. It just shows that.
But they said the result is the most highly competitive league in the world.
Where are they getting
result we
to
always-
the CAF Champions League?
Talking about the Enyimba, they are playing Barao, so maybe opportunity to also beat Barao like criminals tomorrow. Having been beaten like thieves in Ibadan.
Barao, they've just been changing coaches.
Those
everything.
ones, they are confused.
They are I know this is not what we expect from a private-owned club, but you know, sometimes it's very hard for you to get yourself together.
Yeah.
Even the likes of Remo Stars, they didn't just pack up. They've packed up at some point. They've had to go relegation. In fact, the chairman came and said, the Honorable Kolosho Ahmed, he told the coach that I don't even want this set of boys again. I don't want to buy. Let's promote the guys in the academy to the first team. That was how they were able to get the resurgence. So for every private club coming into the MPFL, the state-owned club will always dominate you at first. In fact, the likes of Ikorodu City, I'm surprised that they were able to do well. It took a lot of administration, get this person, this person together, bring their head together. Puja and a couple of other guys, the man with Shooting Stars, Adepoju, they brought all of them together to actually get this thing, because they saw what happened to Sporting Lagos. How
came like a flash in the pan.
Flash. In fact, they had very exciting players. There's one guy, they call him Aluku Pinke. But at the end of the day,
so much paparazzi there.
and they sent them back. So for
Nigeria can humble you.
they can humble Barao now. You know, this is their first time to in the season. So for me, it's a step by step. I know the possibility of them going back to NNL is high. So it will not be easy for them.
Barao actually means thief. Anyway, I hope they will not be beaten like thief tomorrow. Bedell Insurance will be playing Economic Warriors because Kwara United, Warri Wolves will be hosting Katsina United. While Nasarawa United playing Niger Tornadoes. Nasarawa United, one team that started like a house on fire in the season, but somehow they are going down, and they ended last season well as well. They had the highest goal scorer last season, only for this season to start well, but somehow they are going down gradually. I mean, where is the consistency?
That's for Nasarawa United. I think it was towards the end of last year, because they were on high. Then their last 4 games, they had 2 draws and 2 losses back to back.
The Anas Yusuf scoring like
they had Anas Yusuf scoring. In fact, this season too, Anas Yusuf is scoring goals, but their results at the latter stage of last year, December. In fact, it was in December that they had it worse. They didn't get any win.
Exactly.
2 draws, 2 losses heading to the new year, and heading to this new year, their first game too, they had a loss too. So they've not had it easy for them, Nasarawa United, and I really don't know what. But for the MPFL, consistency is always a problem for every club. Everyone will have their own share of.
You can go 3 wins. And before you go, 4 losses.
4 losses. So that's how it has always been in the MPFL. So maybe this is their own time of inconsistency. But the idea is for Nasarawa United, they always score goals. Last game against Kano Pillars, it was even away from home where Kano Pillars even got a win, which was quite shocking. In fact, it was a fantastic goal there because I saw the goal. But they always score goals. So heading to this match, hopefully they can score goals and win.
Exactly. Okay, of course, Plateau United will be playing Wiki Tourists. And of course, Ikorodu City will host Kwara United. They should be able to have Kwara United for barbecue chicken, right?
Yes. True, I believe in them. Ikorodu City is one of the best teams. In fact, they should be thinking about, if not even first place, second place, because the point between them and second place Abia Warriors is 2 points. So Ikorodu City, you see, they've lost their manager. Their manager to Shooting Stars is coming in as assistant manager.
Yes.
That's where I think they are getting it wrong, because they've lost the director from Ikorodu City. They've lost a manager now.
They lost
Awero too. In fact,
forgotten?
Even their new manager, they've lost him. Now it's going to be the assistant manager of Awero. So if you are losing,
they are losing every. Shooting Stars is like they are the nemesis of Cody. They want to just wreck.
And this is a team close to you in the log, because Shooting Stars is just 2 points between you. So why are you investing so much in Shooting Stars? But you know what? The private clubs, just like Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, that's what I'm seeing in this situation. You know, Borussia Dortmund, they might not have the financial capacity. Bayern Munich, they have
the money, they will kick anything.
And you, based on the fact that they are private owned, they feel like they have more opportunity to develop players and get players maybe from academies and bring them on board. And some of these top teams will look at those players and let's invest, let's buy these players for them. So it's all business for them. That's why they are doing all of it. So imagine a coach and a manager, assistant coach and a coach. Imagine the amount of money that they would have made. But they might just think is right now the possibility of us relegating is slim. Let's just get our money and see if eventually it is what it is. If we like finish 50, if we like, as much as we are not relegating. That's the way some of these private owned, because any money they
are not thinking of going to the continent.
That's what I just think. It's too early for them. And looking at what Remo Stars, their elder brother, let me say it, in the league, look how they perform. They know that the CAF Champions League is not child's play. You can't be in the season you can't be in the league for 2 seasons and think you go to the CAF Champions League and be like Rivers United. It's been a long way coming. In fact, their manager, Finidi George, with Enyimba, has been there too. He's won the league. So they have everything working for them. That's Rivers United. So for Ikorodu City, what's the assurance that they'll go to the CAF Champions League, you meet Mamelodi Sundowns? They'll knock you out 6-0. In fact, 7-0. It will be worse than Remo Stars. So they might not be thinking about that. It's all about the money for them. And looking forward to a time that, maybe one day we'll be like Remo Stars in terms of the financial capacity. That's when we can go to the CAF Champions League or even the MPFL and compete and win titles. That's what I think they are trying to do.
Most definitely. Bam Bam spitting fire this beautiful evening. Of course, the last game will be, before the last game, which is on Monday, the last game tomorrow, Bayelsa United, Shooting Stars, they've traveled to Yenagoa. So they had massive win midweek. Nigerian League, very funny character. They could get to Bayelsa tomorrow now.
Chop up. They go
Because
chop
for a team that, ordinarily, if it's to be in a league where it is highly competitive as we speak, having beaten Enyimba like criminals, you should go to Yenagoa and pick a win or even a draw.
And people will come and tell me that it's competitive. All of them are the same.
So you mean they can lose tomorrow at Yenagoa?
Why not?
With the performance they gave against Enyimba.
You see, if you will see the excitement, even if they have a draw away from home, look at that Kano Pillars. As if they got massive 3 points in that game. For Kano Pillars, they felt like they should have won that game. That's the way all of them feel. At home, they have that entitlement. When I saw a Shooting Stars play Rivers United at home, I was like, so they can play Rivers United, who is top of the league. But if Rivers United, on the other hand, gets Shooting Stars at home too, it will turn the same way. So who is not the big boy? That's why you see a team finish 38 points. Currently, the highest point is 38 points. The next person is 34. There's no difference because
you're even talking about that one. The top to the relegated team. Go to England and see the team that win the league and the relegated team.
You can't compare Arsenal and Wolves. Exactly. But in MPFL, you can win 3 games successively and you're out of the relegation zone.
Exactly.
That's what Barrow did now, because now they will lose 3 games too. They go back to relegation zone. And people think it's competition. It's not. For me, it's not competition. But for Shooting Stars, it was an exciting game. They've been able to acquire new players and also a assistant manager. They've acquired an assistant manager, a new player, a particular player who was playing for Shooting Stars, now went to Rwanda to play top flight football and now back to Shooting Stars. And what I saw in their last game was, for me, exciting. The third goal, the assist, Ayobami Jr., another very good midfielder. Sadiq was promising in that word. Sadiq Ismail. Couple of players back from injuries, so they have a very loaded squad. And if they continue like this, they can actually qualify for the CAF Champions League.
Wow.
And I'm not even...
That would be great.
It will be great. Honestly speaking, what I see with this team, the support is even massive. You see different people, even some of my friends, they are Bobola, I'm going to watch Shooting Stars. I'm like, how did you get this interested? He said they just like what they are seeing right now. So for Shooting Stars, they are doing a great job.
Doing a great job, of course. Let's see how it goes. It tells you that Nuruddin Awerero we are doing a great job with his team. And on Monday, Kun Khalifa will play Enugu Rangers. That's where he's going in the MPFL. Talking about the log now, let's quickly give you how it stands. Yes, Rivers United are still on top with 38 points. As Bam Bam said earlier, Abia Warriors come close next with 34 points from the same number of games. 20 games played so far. And of course, Ikorodu City are 32 points on third. Shooting Stars, 32 points, the same point with Ikorodu City, just goal difference. fourth as well. Nasarawa United the same point, 32 points, and of course Enugu Rangers 30, Rivers Niger Tornadoes 7th, Bedell Insurance, Katsina United and Economic Warriors complete the top 10. In the relegation waters, we have Wiki Tourists in 16th, Bayelsa United 17, Kano Pillars 18th, Plateau United 19, of course Kun Khalifa 20. It's like Kun Khalifa, they still do not know what they have come to do here.
They're just joking.
Because Barra has left them far away now. Barra are now in 15th, even though not too far away.
At some point, they sacked the entire board,
Exactly. Sack everybody, sack everybody. In fact, I'm sure they will sack the cleaner.
It's just confusion for them right now. So.
Oh my God! All right, let's go to the MPFL now. Actions are going on right now. Of course, Chelsea. They are beating their London brothers. Of course, 1-0 right now. Brentford in the 31st minute of action. A goal scored by Joao Pedro. Of course, assisted by Enzo Fernandez in the 26th minute. It is 1-0 now to Chelsea against Brentford for the new coach. Manchester United, we told you earlier, they defeated Man City. Emphatic win. It was supposed to be 3, but 1 was ruled for offside. I'm sure Mr. Mount will not be happy with that because he thought he had really done well. Okay, Leeds United playing Fulham. Liverpool playing Burnley, and of course Sunderland playing Crystal Palace. Is 1-0. All of that games I mentioned are goalless, but Sunderland have been beaten at the Stadium of Light by Crystal Palace. 1-0. While Tottenham Hotspur playing West Ham United, their London brother. It is 1-0. Tottenham have been beaten at home by West Ham United. The game in the 32nd minute. Let's take them one by one. Bam bam. West Ham beating Tottenham at home right now. Tottenham, they're always blowing cold, blowing hot, blowing cold at the same time.
They are not consistent
at all.
That's Tottenham Hotspur. This season, they can win 3-0. The next game again, they're having them easy right there. Because when you look at their last game against Aston Villa, they lost the game away from home. So for Thomas Frank boys, they've not been consistent. I've always said it. The problem for Tottenham Hotspur is easy. They don't have goal scorers. They just have flashy players, exciting players, and people think that's what And honestly, just to deviate from that, that's what Pep Guardiola has been doing with Manchester City. They're not getting players that will give them results. It's all about excitement. For Xavi Simons, Mohamed Kudus, these are guys that would only just make exciting football right there, but they won't give you the result. They won't take you to first or second place in the league. So for Tottenham Hotspur, that's the problem right now. And for West Ham, they are not one of the traditional losers in the EPL. People feel like West Ham, they should be around 12th, 13th in the table, but right now they are 18th on table. So they have a new manager. They are looking forward to leaving the relegation battle because currently they are 18th on table, and if they win this, they'll still be on 18th. They'll be with 17 points, with the aim of next game getting a 3 points and being on 20 points. So it's all relegation fight for them. Everything is important. For West Ham, they have a good squad, but the result is not coming out for them. Just like Tottenham Hotspur too, they don't have promising attackers. They have exciting attackers. They have Paqueta, but they can't give you results. And Tottenham Hotspur, that's what they should be looking at. They lost Harry Kane, Heung-min Son. These are guys that they are direct. Mohamed Kudus is not direct. He will just stay on the wing, dribble, do this, give a pass. Xavi Simons,
they've not gotten replacement for those two guys.
Yes, replacement. Even since Dele Alli would try to create for them, they've not gotten. They used to have Dembele in the middle of the park for them. Then very strong, agile. But what do they have now? They don't have players that can move the ball, advance. All these Bentancur, these are slow midfielders. So for Tottenham Hotspur, they are not getting it right in terms of even buying players. They are just going for the names. Apart from defenders, midfielders, attackers, they don't have it.
They don't have it. But when Thomas Frank came, he came with something like he was going to change. We saw his first few games. Like, a new guy has come and something new has come to this Tottenham Stadium. But what have we seen now? It's not good enough.
One of the things that Premier League would always do is to humble you. Premier League can humble you, anybody. So the fact that Michael Carrick is having this in 6 months, we will see the results of United.
6 months is even plenty.
In 3 months. How many managers have we seen will come with all Uru? Even Tenang against Man City had it easy. So that's how Premier League is like. They always have it easy. They always humble managers like that. So for Thomas Frank, in fact, even in the Champions League, he was doing so well, but nothing to write home about because it's not about cup game. It's not a cup game. It's a league game. You are playing about 20-30 matches, so you have to be consistent.
It's like some coaches are good for cups.
For cups, yes.
Some are not good for league at all.
People will always say that Conte is good for league, but when it comes to cup, it's horrible, terrible. When it comes to Champions League, it's nothing to write on. So there are managers like that. For me, Thomas Frank has not gotten to that level where he will take the traditional big six. People think, oh, with Brentford and all of it, but he should have calmed down, gotten a job like, you see, Aston Villa, Fulham, those are jobs that are meant for Thomas Frank, in my honest opinion, not rushing to all of these top clubs. But for Tottenham Hotspur, right now, maybe we should just wait till the end of 90 minutes to see the outcome of the game, because it's still just 35 minutes.
Okay, exactly. All right, so Sunderland have equalized. Now the match is now 1. Sunderland 1, of course. Crystal Palace 1 at the Stadium of Light. For Liverpool, Burnley is goalless, and Liverpool, they should be having it easy. They should use Burnley for not just barbecue chicken. I think it will be more. Should be more because if you say barbecue chicken, I think they use them for suya.
Yes, for Burnley, another is goalless. It's still goalless. For Szoboszlai, he missed a penalty earlier in the game, and he's been one of their fantastic players so far. But Burnley too, they have their players back from international break. Some of their top players, Hannibal, this man from South Africa,
yes.
Foster. And for Liverpool, they are just getting themselves together. You know, it's not going to be very, very easy after a very terrible run where they had about 6 losses and maybe 1 win in that game. So now against Barnsley, they had a 4-1, which is an FA Cup game. Against Arsenal too, they played a draw. And also Liverpool and Fulham and Liverpool, they played a 2-2 draw. So against Burnley too, for me, I think it should be easy because they're going to be playing at home. But Burnley, let's not forget, in the FA Cup, they won their game in their last FA Cup game, which was 5-1 against Millwall. But this is not a top side. So for Liverpool, Burnley, just because Liverpool are at home and they are maybe on a fine run right now, I think they should have it easy against Burnley.
Okay, Leeds United, Fulham, it is goalless. And of course, let's talk Chelsea now. Chelsea, Brentford, they are playing their London brother. Of course, it is 1-0 to Chelsea.
Yes. Rosenio.
Exactly.
First Premier League guy. First Premier League.
Exactly. Yeah.
When he had that game against Arsenal 3-2, many people were like, "Oh, you know, this is a big game," and people would be like, "Oh, Arsenal played."
He had the win in the FA Cup.
Yes.
He lost in this first EPL. I mean, it was the EFL semi-final,
yes.
And of course, his first EPL game right now, 1-0.
1-0. So for Rosenio, this is the first Premier League start for him. Just like players, we say for players, first Premier League start. And against Arsenal, he had some of his top players on the bench. Because when I saw the Arsenal squad, I was like, no, there's no way Chelsea will beat these guys.
Exactly.
Because Caicedo was off,
Rich James.
But Arsenal, he started the full 11. So for Rosenio to have even granted 3-2 out of it, he did well.
Then the second leg, I decided to use his main guys.
And what will happen? Maybe Arsenal would even lose that game. So for Rosenio, for me, that was a fine start. Although questions about their performance was there, but it's still a fine start against Brentford. And now Brentford in their last 2 games, they've not had it easy. They played the draw consecutively at home and away from home. So Brentford, it's not like they are easy. It's not like Wolves that everybody will just have it easy.
Exactly.
They are also a top side. And for them to have scored in the first half with João Pedro scoring a goal, that means Chelsea, they are on a high with Rosenio. Fine for me. I think they won't get it easy because Enzo Maresca for me was the main man for the job in terms of future, in terms of building up with these players. But for Rosenio, another fantastic manager. You know one thing I love about Chelsea, as much as we talk about the fact that they take huge risk with managers, but they always give managers a chance. Because no team, even Man City, I don't think they will just pick a manager
from nowhere.
But Chelsea will always give you that chance, give you that chance to prove yourself. And most of the times, when they go on this type of run of managers trying to prove themselves, those managers always impress. So I'm looking forward to impressive run. With,
now the question most people always ask is, why is it that when new managers take up the managing role at clubs, the player seems to come through first 2-3 games, you see the grind wins like that before you begin to say so many other things happening. But at least first game, second games, you see them bringing their A games into the game.
We will have listened to with some of those players. You know, when you are a manager like Rosenio, Michael Carrick, the first thing most of these managers do is take away the senior players and talk to them. Now, for Michael Carrick, I am sure that he must have taken the likes of Bruno Fernandes and who are the other top players? Lisandro Martinez, Maguire, who has been in the club for a long time. Take them to one side. What do you think as senior players that we can do to help this team? So the senior players would give ideas. That's why Bruno Fernandes, when he was with the likes of Ten Hag, when he was the likes of this Ruben Amorim, he wasn't playing in a position where he feels comfortable. Now, maybe you must have spoken to Carrick that at this point in time, you need to bring a player like Kobe Mino because there's no peace in this. So some of those senior players would always have influence. And where I learned that from, where I listened to that particular phrase was Mikel Obi when he was talking about Chelsea team. That those senior players are the ones that even Abramovich, the owner of the club, will call outside
into his yacht.
Ask them that what do you think about this manager? So most of these young managers, definitely a Rosenio who wants to have an incredible run with Chelsea will always have to have this man, Rich James, at his side, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. Even if you are not going to give them the captain badge, but you must have them at your side because not just the team itself, fans love them so much.
Exactly.
Fans love Rich James so much that anything Rich James says, many fans, even people like Daniel, will follow him.
Yeah, he said people like that.
Yes, they will follow Rich James. That this is what I think, because Rich James is not a small boy in the club.
Exactly.
Yes, it's when he was young, 6
He
years.
started from the academy.
From academy, so he would never want to hurt the club. That's what most of these.
He runs in his blood.
He runs in his blood. That's the future.
The entire Rich James family,
it's all about Chelsea. It's all about Chelsea. So. If you're a young manager, the first thing to do when you come because Rich James, come help me, I beg. Come help me. I can't do it with it's not just my power. You understand? Help me with talking to some of these players. Imagine Rich James stands in front of the likes of Chalobah, who in the academy they looked up to.
Exactly.
So I mean, just senior players.
Beautiful one, beautiful one. All right, the last game for tonight, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal. I mean, good one for Arsenal now. Man City have been beaten like criminals by Manchester United. So it's like the coast. It's getting clearer day by day for Arsenal. Bamba.
But Arsenal, one thing about them is Man City have a draw or they lose. They also
so they might also be drawing at the Forest, and they are the Forest today.
Because Forest, they are gaining momentum with this new manager coming on board, Espirito
de Santos.
So they are gaining momentum. Before they were languishing in the relegation battle, and now the man has come. The likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, all of them, they are sparking. So for me, Arsenal will really struggle. If they get the win, it's going to be very, very important for them, honestly. And I want them to get that win.
Yeah, but they have opportunity of extending it now.
Extending it, at least. Man City is going to at least chase them. And this Man City side, for me, they are not the type of Man City that we know in the 2023, 2024. This Man City side, they've not even gotten themselves together. Honestly, just because the likes of Chelsea, they didn't start the season fine.
Exactly.
They should have finished this Man City because they don't have a plan. Today, you see Pep Guardiola starting with Savinho, tomorrow Jeremy Doku, sometimes he'll put Foden. So he doesn't even want, Cheki was starting on the bench. At some point, Cheki and Foden was the one starting. So for Arsenal Football Club, they have to capitalize on this. Currently, it's 6 points. If they win this game, 9 points. Step by step, before you know it,
I'm telling you, 9-point gap. Wow, that would be massive.
Yeah,
even if Aston Villa win their game, they will now move to second and drop Man City to third. Because right now, Liverpool have scored a goal, and the way it is right now, Liverpool are also moving closer. Man U won earlier. Man U are now fifth. And the way it's going, Chelsea Chelsea are sixth. And the way it's going, so it's highly competitive.
Yes.
Unlike the other league we talked about earlier.
I want Arsenal to win this game.
I mean, everyone is like the entire world have come to a meeting that let Arsenal win this league. Okay, that's where it's going. That match is the last game for tonight. It is 6:30 p.m. is the kickoff of that game. Nottingham Forest traveling to the Forest to play Arsenal. And let's check out your messages now before we go to the other leagues in the world. I don't think we have forgotten you. We still have you. Of course, your messages now, and let's look at them one after the other. This one from Sharif Agumbi says, good afternoon, thank you. Prosperous, I'm trying to see what, okay, Prosperous Undefeatable, that's your name. Prosperous Undefeatable says, on Wednesday, I had a lot of heartbreak because Super Eagles, Chelsea, and Real Madrid. Say, but me and Daniel are club mates. Okay, you and Daniel, okay. Imagine, okay, it's true. Daniel to Real Madrid. See how you guys got heartbreak that day. Okay, sorry. Abiola Muti Babatunde says good afternoon, and he says I got the prediction of Nigeria versus Algeria up till now, no reward. Really, you did? Please let's know, because Daniel will have to answer for that, because I asked Daniel to check out if they were winners. He didn't get back to me that they were winners. So let's see. Daniel is listening too, even though he's not here. So he will definitely check out what's up. So Daniel, check out this person who says he got it. Abiola Mutiu Babatunde. Okay, he says he got Algeria prediction. I mean, Algeria, that was that was over running to. I mean, that was last Saturday now.
Last Saturday.
So please let us know. Last
Saturday was even Morocco. It was even the game before Morocco.
Yes, now it was the game before Morocco. That was the quarter-final game.
So it's been a long time.
And we play Morocco on Wednesday.
Okay.
So
yes.
last Saturday was. Yes. Please, let's. I think you need to do a. Let's see. Check out very well. Okay, thank you. Prosperous Undefeatable says, hello, good afternoon, guys. This is my first time joining you online, but I do listen to your program every day and enjoy you. Thank you so much. Yes, always join us online, Radio Garden, and all other listening platforms. We are there, beaming live. Prosperous Undefeatable says, Nigeria to win 5-0. Is that possible, to defeat Egypt 5-0? You just woke up from a dream? Okay, don't mind me, Gary. Anything is possible. Don't mind Bam Bam. Bam Bam is the one putting words in my mouth. Anything is possible. Okay, thank you for your messages. Keep them coming. Of course, we'll be turning to them again very shortly. All right, Bam Bam. Let's move from there now, and of course, let's go to the games that will be tomorrow. Also in the EPL. Yes, before we leave the Premier League, we have some games that will be taking place tomorrow. Also in the EPL. Yes. The game between Brighton and Bournemouth is for Monday, but Aston Villa Everton, they need that game to move to second on the log, and Wolves Newcastle United, these are the two games tomorrow. Okay, just to let you know that one. All right, let's move now from the EPL straight to the La Liga. As we speak right now, Real Madrid have defeated Levante 2-0. They've done something good to themselves, having had so much disappointment in the last 1 week, so they had to do this one. So Real Madrid and Levante 2-0. Mallorca and Athletic Club is going on right now. It's 1-1. While Osasuna and Real Oviedo will play later at 6:30. And Real Betis and Villarreal, these will be the games going down in the La Liga today. Tomorrow in the La Liga, you have the games between Real Sociedad and Barcelona. And of course, Celta Vigo, Real Vallecano, Atletico Madrid, and Deportivo Alaves, and Getafe Valencia. Let's quickly talk about the Real Sociedad de Barcelona. Can any team now stop Barcelona? Because like they're on a high in the La Liga. Nobody can stop them.
Nobody.
The only team that should stop them is not stopping them.
Real Madrid. So, and now Barca know that Real Madrid are in disarray. Even this Levante win, it took them second half penalty from Kylian Mbappe and Asensio, who got the header for them to grind that result out. So for Real Madrid, they are not even in the top position to give a run for their money. Now that they have Arbeloa, people expect a change.
Exactly.
But for me, I still feel like, why is it Arbeloa?
Arbeloa, is he not a small boy? What does he know?
Under 18 manager taking up a job, even a manager that coached by Leverkusen won them titles. I still wasn't able to get the best out of Real Madrid. So who thinks or who expect, or is it because he's just a legend of the club, or would I even call him a legend because he has played with the club before? That's why they think that he's going to be able to do the job. But I saw Zidane talking to the man Florentino. Maybe they're about to bring Zidane, bring him back to Los Blancos, hoping that they can be able to stop Barcelona from winning.
The return of Zidane. I thought what Zidane was constituting was to be the coach of France. Well,
you know, right now, being a legend is a legend for France, and also, but for France will always get far in a competition, irrespective of the manager. Honestly speaking, the last two World Cup, they won the previous one, they also won. They got to the finals against Argentina. So, if you look at it, honestly, it's not like they have any problem, and they have good quality players. For Real Madrid, they are the one in disarray, and this is a manager that has won them 3 Champions League titles. Although I always have a problem with Zidane when it comes to league, because he didn't do anything in the league. He just used Champions League to deceive us that time. But for Real Madrid, anything will go for them right now, because Copa del Rey, they are not even in contention for any of it. Barca currently they are leading. So against Real Sociedad, it's just going to be another meeting. People think all of this Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid are the ones that will give Barca a run for their money, but I don't think so.
Okay, that's the way it is. So it's a one-man show now that Barca are running in the La Liga. In the Bundesliga, the Borussia Dortmund playing St. Pauli now. It is 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund. FC Cologne playing Mainz 05. It is 1-1. Of course, of Hamburger SV, they are playing goalless with Borussia Mönchengladbach, while Hoffenheim FC defeating Bayer Leverkusen 1-0. That should be a surprise result if it ends that way. Wolfsburg and FC Heidenheim, it is 1-0 to the visitors, FC Heidenheim. And of course, RB Leipzig will be hosting Bayern Munich later at 6:30. These are the games in the Bundesliga for today. Tomorrow, in the Bundesliga, 2 more games will be completed where VSB Stuttgart will play Union Berlin, and of course Augsburg will play Freiburg. In the Bundesliga, it's like Bundesliga is running, or maybe La Liga running like Bundesliga now, one-man show. All to Barca, now all to Bundesliga, Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga.
Well, Leipzig, they are currently, doing well. They are trying, they're getting better in terms of, but I'm looking at their head-to-head. Last time that they faced, it was 6-0. A whooping from Bayern Munich. They defeated them easily in that one. And so far, so good. Bayern Munich, they're on a winning streak. 4 games back-to-back, they've been winning it. So who's going to stop them at this time? Borussia Dortmund, they are not ready. Leipzig, maybe they are the ones that can put a fight, but I don't think they can match what Bayern Munich in terms of squad depth, quality players. They don't have that player. So for me, it's still the one-man show. Still
a one-man show, right? Of course. Halftime score lines in the games in the EPL. All of the games have gone to halftime now. It is Chelsea still leading 1-0 against Brentford. Leeds United playing goalless with Fulham. Liverpool 1-0 against Burnley. Sunderland 1-1 Crystal Palace. And of course Tottenham Hotspur being defeated at home by West Ham United. And let's move from there now to the Serie A. Of course, a game is going on right now. It is 1-0 in favor of Inter Milan against Udinese. And our boy is being beaten again. The game is almost ending in the 90 plus 2 minutes. Udinese and Inter Milan. Napoli and Sassuolo will be playing later, while Cagliari will be hosting Juventus. And for Inter, Udinese, I thought they were going to give Inter a small fight, but nothing like that going on right now.
Inter really wants to win the league. They want to win the Scudetto. And if you want to win the Scudetto, you have to take these chances step by step. Lautaro Martinez is in 5 form. He was the one that scored a goal for them. And AC Milan are also chasing. Napoli too is also fighting. So it's very, very tough in the Serie A right now. 49 points now if they win. For AC Milan, they still have an outstanding game. So if they win, it's 46 points. So it's very, very close. So it's just 3 points between them. That's if AC Milan win their game. So
that's what you call competitiveness, right?
Exactly. Not that.
Not the other one. Okay, AC Milan. He talked about AC Milan. He'll be playing tomorrow, and he'll be hosting Lecce. While Torino will be hosting AS Roma tomorrow. Bologna will be hosting Fiorentina. While Parma will be doing battle against Genoa. In the League On, 4 games will be played tomorrow. Where Strasbourg will be playing Mainz. They've taken their coach from them. Chelsea have cheated them, taking their coach from them. Of course, they are looking for a new coach for them now. Strasbourg Metz, of course, that match is the first one tomorrow. Nantes and Paris FC. Paris FC surprised everyone and defeated PSG in the Copa French King Cup, Coupe de France. Yes, at the midweek. And people were like, what's wrong with PSG now, sir?
But yesterday they had a good game.
Exactly.
I saw their game. Was it against Marseille? So it was fantastic. But that particular game, they rested most of their key players.
Marseille no good now. If they could rest their players, they still defeated Marseille.
No, dude, I'm talking about the previous one because the likes of Dembele played this one against Paris.
Paris FC.
They rested some of their key players. So I felt like they just took advantage.
They felt it's not important.
It's not important. So. But against Marseille, they had them easy yesterday, and Dembele even scored a fantastic goal. So, for PSG, once you take away those guys, those starting 11, they don't have any other bench. You see their manager, Luis Enrique, even go to a match with just 4 substitutes.
Exactly.
Because they don't have squad depth. That's what really happens to them.
All right. Only 3 games today in the Ligue 1. Lens taking on Auxerre. Of course, Toulouse taking on Nice. And of course, Angers playing Marseille. And these are the games in the action attraction segment of the show. All right. Thank you so much. Bam, before we go, what's your prediction for because till we see again will be Monday to talk about sport. So what will be your prediction for the final tomorrow? AFCON final.
Senegal.
Senegal.
Well, I think Morocco will win, but I honestly want Senegal to win.
Why is everybody being emotional that Senegal should win this?
I want Senegal to win. They deserve it.
Morocco that have given you all this best competition. They don't deserve to win.
They've been cheating there.
Yeah.
They've been cheating everyone.
Yeah.
They've not been having their winnings have not been straight.
Okay.
They've been having But Senegal, we've enjoyed their football, and with good quality players, we are seeing what they are displaying. So.
Okay, tonight Nigeria, Egypt.
I just saw the squad of Nigeria with Paul Onuachu.
Yeah, Paul Onuachu is starting.
And Chukwueze and a couple of other players. I think Egypt will win at the end of 90 minutes. I'm saying.
You think Egypt will win?
With a low voice.
Wow, the way you said it, Okay, let's be wrapping things up. All right, so Bam Bam just talked about it. So let's give you the confirmed lineup for the game. Of course, the Stanley Nwabali is still in goal. I thought he would have started text someone else. Anyway, Bruno Imachi is still where he used to be. Igor Obu, as we told you earlier, will be partnering Semi Ajayi, and Osai Samuel will be where he is on the right flank. Dele Bashiru. Rafael Onyedika and of course Samuel Chukwueze in the they are not playing in Didi again today. Moses Simon, Paul Onuachu and of course Akwa Adams are starting, meaning the man from Galatasaray is on the bench. He's on the bench. All right, for Egypt you have Skrobe in goal and of course Mamoun Henry, Rabiala, of course Hamid Fati and of course Kabir Sabi are in the defense line. For the midfield you have Zizo and of course Lashin. Of course for the attack Mo Salah and Mamouche is not even starting this game.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course Trezeguet making up the lineup. Thank you so much for being part of Complete Sports for this beautiful January 17th day. And of course we'll be back next week for another one. But don't forget, on Monday we come back to bring you the best of sports. Twice in a day we come. 8:30 in the morning and of course 6:15 in the evening. Thanks to Bam Bam, the sports Bam Bam, Bobola Agufemi.
Thank you for
coming through. Thank you so much. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest, big also Omoyele, so Akurede Hassan, and of course Moses Olutayo, making sure everything is working well this beautiful day. Let me have a breather. When I will return at 7 p.m., I'll be taking you way back 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's what we do, and that's how we represent. Keep it locked, don't move it, don't touch it. The finest is right here.